Okay, hello and welcome to Glove Supplier Series Show Me the Money, Part 6. My name is David. I'm a lawyer living and working here in Thailand since 2010, with my relevant experience being, one, having worked for a few law firms, so I know that side of the business. Two, having been in-house counsel, and my gloves experience is not so relevant here, but I've hired lawyers and I've been a client, so I know what it's like to be a client. Not usually very fun, especially when you have a problem. Relevant in particular to this session, part 6, where we're going to talk about how much you should spend on lawyers. When my sons were about a year and a half old, I made the decision to enroll in a nights and weekends MBA program, while I was also working at a pretty hard-driving law firm. One of the many decisions I've taken that my wife is unlikely to forgive me for in this life, or if you're Buddhist, the next. All right, but let's get into it, because what I learned at the MBA program was a beautiful little thing called expected value. Okay, lawyers at law firms don't really think about expected value, but we are going to. Okay, a little card here. All right, expected value equals the amount you've lost, which is relatively easy to figure out, times the percent chance that you're going to win and be able to recover the money. Not an easy number to figure out. But for example, if you lost $1 million and you have a 50% chance to recover it, your expected value is $500,000, which means you should not spend more than $500,000 on legal fees if you would like to break even. Okay, so we've got expected value. Amount in controversy is the legal way to talk about the money that you lost. That includes, right, the actual out-of-pocket, plus damages for the breach of contract, plus lost profit, difficult to prove, hard to get, really tough in Thailand, but you should throw it in there because there's a chance that you can get it. Now let's spend the remainder of the time talking about the factors affecting your outcome. Okay, number one, who's your counterparty? This is a little bit complicated. If they're really, really bad, then your chances of winning the case are high. But can you collect from them? Because they may have secreted the money away. Okay. Also, if they're really, really bad, you can leverage them with criminal proceedings, which is allowable under the ethical rules of Thailand. Okay. Next is your lawyers. If you have a complicated case, you need better lawyers, right? So good lawyers can increase your odds. Bad lawyers can decrease your odds. But if you're just doing a straight up collections case, you don't need no highfalutin lawyer. You can just hire any old Joe. Okay, then you have quality of evidence and how you're going to prove your case, right? It's not what you know, it's what you can prove that counts. So are you going to come here and testify? Are you going to be able to testify remotely? All of these are possibilities. Or is your on-the-ground person going to do the testifying for you? All right, that's another problem that affects your percent chances of winning. Additionally is the collectibility, right? It's not just winning the case, it's also collecting it. So how are you going to collect, and do they have assets to collect against? All of these things are items you can figure out relatively well, but the percent chance of winning is pretty complicated. I would say between 20 or 70%, unless you have a really bad or really good case. So thank you for listening. I hope this has been somewhat helpful in helping you to select the quality and price of the lawyer that you're going to need to try to get your money back. Okay, and truth be told, there are cases where it does not make sense. You should just write it off and move on with your life. That's a realistic possibility you need to accept, and hopefully not, but sometimes you just got to lesson learned and move on. Not to be a Debbie Downer, thanks again, Doug Stein, for your, I'm not trying to take that role from you. Anyway, have a good day, and I will speak with you shortly.